Let's get it rocking! Go Broncos!
Oh, yeah. Now on Denver 7 News at 7 on Local 3, Broncos fans are fired up. Football is back.
Time to go, baby. Time to shine.
Yeah. It is the first day of training camp, and hopes are high for this year's team with Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett now in charge.
In the end, it's about winning games. I'm really excited about our chances of being a really good football team this year.
Huh. Yeah, we all hope they're really good. The coaches and players are excited. The fans are excited. We've had them lining up throughout the morning here. There are already a few dozen in line ready for training camp day 1. Good morning to you from Dove Valley. I'm Brian Sanders. Lisa Hidalgo is here as well.
Yeah, I'm Nicole Brady. We have Jason Luber here in studio with me. We're obviously here because we did not win the Mega Millions jackpot last night, but nobody else did, so have another chance on Friday here. We are also happy that we're dry this morning because we're still seeing the effects of last night's storms. 2 people were trapped by floodwaters in Pueblo. This is new video just in. You can see them holding on to a rope as they were hoisted up to safety there under a bridge. And in Wheat Ridge here, closer to Denver, police are working to remove a tree. Public Works officials will be out there to take that tree out of 48th and Newland Street, where it is blocking the roadway. The rain came down quick in Aurora. I was at a book giveaway with Food Bank of the Rockies, and our team out there got soaked. We tried to protect the books, but unfortunately we lost some. We will have some more book giveaways soon, though. And all that rain was too much for the roof of a King Soopers on Iliff and Buckley. Viewers sent us video of the rain coming right through the ceiling there, right next to the checkout. As I said, Lisa, it will be calmer today.
Yeah, and you know, it's so wild this time of year because you'll get one neighborhood that gets a downpour and gets hit hard, and then for some of us, we saw maybe, a few raindrops yesterday. So it is going to be a little hit or miss like that again today. I want to show you the severe threat, though, for us. It's a marginal in darker green to a slight there in yellow. So really across the northeastern corner of the state is where we could see large hail, potentially even more tornadic activity today. We had 19 reports of tornadoes yesterday. A lot of those are going to be duplicate reports, but pretty active out east and up into Nebraska. Clear skies now, though, and here at Dove Valley for training camp, it's going to be a beautiful start. By the time those gates open at 9 o'clock, we're going to be in the low to even mid-70s here. We'll get about 10 to 15 degrees warmer during practice, between about 10 and 11:45. Hitting highs, though, this afternoon right around 92. So it'll be about 85 degrees, Jason, as things get wrapped up here. That's warm, but it's not unbearable. It's not going to be like the triple-digit heat that we saw just last week. Coming up, we will take a look at how things are going to heat back up, though, here on our Super 7 Day.
And right now, you see a little bit of the wet roads behind you. There are some neighborhoods still with some damp roads, maybe even some standing water, and it's easy to get down there off Arapahoe Road and Potomac and Peoria and Broncos Parkway over there at Dove Valley. It's not easy to get into downtown from the north end, from 136th Avenue all the way down here to nearly 104th. Take a look from the camera, and this is what happened. We had a motorcyclist involved in a crash here, and so the person was hurt. The rider was already off to the hospital, but they're still doing an investigation right now since somebody was hurt pretty seriously in this crash. So that's going to take a little bit longer to investigate, and that's why we have 2 lanes blocked. And the drive time right now coming in from 136 is about 30 minutes. So then another 12 minutes to downtown Denver. So side streets to 104th, 92nd down to 84th. That saves you a whole bunch of time. There's also some other problems, including a pretty serious wreck right at University and Hamden, causing some pretty big delays where some people were trapped in the wreckage there.
Well, there are Broncos fans who didn't take any chances with the traffic this morning. They got out there overnight, last night even, at Dove Valley to get a good spot for training camp kicking off today, Brian.
Yeah, the first fan in line was out here at 5 o'clock yesterday evening and braved a little bit of the rain and the cold overnight, kind of camping out, and this was an annual tradition for him to be at day 1 of training camp, and especially with the hype and excitement surrounding this year's team. Quarterback Russell Wilson, a new coaching staff comes in and injects some new life into this team. There are probably about 50 fans already lined up and ready for the gates to open here at 9 a.m. Practice gets underway at 10 o'clock. If you are coming out here, You want to see the team in action. There are 14 practices open to the public. 13 of them will be out here at the UC Health Training Center, and then 1 at Empower Field at Mile High. They will also have a joint practice with the Cowboys. Most of them start at 10 a.m. The practices do, obviously, as a fan, you would need to be out here earlier to get a good seat. Most of the seating is on the grassy berm on the west side of the field, and there's not a lot of shade. So on these hot summer days, dress appropriately, maybe bring some sunscreen. Also, no umbrellas are allowed, so in case there's rain in the forecast, dress appropriately. No chairs either. You might want to bring a blanket. Bags have to be a clear plastic bag or like a clutch purse size. 1 gallon Ziploc bag is also accepted. You can bring your cell phone, you can bring still cameras, you can bring binoculars, but you cannot bring video cameras. You can find all the rules on the Broncos website. Also bring your gear, because there are autograph sessions following each of the open practices. So the Broncos, the anticipation and the expectation is higher this year with the new coaching staff and Russell Wilson coming in. They're trying to break the streak of 5 straight seasons with a losing record, 6 straight seasons without a playoff appearance. And Denver 7 Broncos insider Troy Renck breaks down the players to watch on the field this year.
After months of hype and optimism, Broncos training camp opens today. It's going to be a full berm of fans excited to see this team get back to the playoffs for the first time since Super Bowl 50. So who are some of the players to watch? Let's start with the obvious one, quarterback Russell Wilson. Do you realize over the last 5 years, he has 71 more touchdowns than the Broncos' 11 starting quarterbacks since Peyton Manning retired? So an upgrade? Yeah, I would say that. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler. He is a leader in every way. And you know who he can make better? Keep an eye on number 10, Jerry Jeudy. This is a crossroads season for Jeudy. Last year, he had 0 touchdowns in 10 games. He had 3 red zone targets. There's no way that happens again. I believe Jeudy can lead this team in receiving yards, with Courtland Sutton leading in touchdowns. So keep an eye on Jeudy, especially early in camp. And what about defensively? Lost in the Russell Wilson acquisition is the fact the Broncos signed one of the elite run stuffers in the NFL, DJ Jones. This guy can really stuff the pile in the middle. He can also get upfield with a pass rush for a big guy. Jones has a gregarious personality. His dad runs a rib shop, essentially. He might even have a food truck out there. So if you see that, definitely go. The food will be great. Quickly, you will not see Randy Gregory. He will start on the PUP list. That's physically unable to perform. They are still hopeful he'll be ready for the regular season. He will be joined on the PUP by right tackle Billy Turner and receiver KJ Hamler. But keep an eye on Wilson, Jeudy, and also DJ Jones. For Denver 7, I'm Troy Renck.
Yeah, speaking of quarterback Russell Wilson, we've already seen him working out in his backyard football field in San Diego with some of the receivers, trying to establish that chemistry, trying to establish leadership. And when he arrived yesterday and reported to Dove Valley for training camp, he arrived in a number 3 retro Broncos jersey and tweeted, "Year 11, still got that new car smell." So it's re-energized his career. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler. He's a Super Bowl winner and a proven leader already. So if you are a fan and want to come out and see this new Broncos team in action, the team has also announced that coveted single game tickets, half-price tickets, will go on sale next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Those will be limited and obviously be a hot item. 2,000 of those tickets will be available to each of the team's 8 home games this season. They will be limited to 4 per household. Again, get out here early if you want a good seat to watch practice today. The parking lot opens at 8, the gate opens at 9, and practice gets underway at 10, Nicole.
All right, well, you know, you can also head to an away game, perhaps. It might cost you a pretty penny for that, but the Broncos are going to Las Vegas in October to take on the Raiders, and Allegiant Airlines has package deals with airfare, hotel, and game tickets. That game is October 2nd, and you can learn more on Allegiant's website. Stick with Denver 7 throughout the day for highlights from Dove Valley. Our Denver 7 sports team will cover all the developments as football is back. Home loans, car loans, credit card debt, all of that could cost you more after today. The Fed is expected to raise interest rates again. How they're trying to make things easier for us, though, in other areas.